and so I thought I would try to answer some of those questions. Last time I wasn't able to get up the menus because there was a problem with the software and I needed to do an update, which I've taken care of. So, let me get started. Here we have the main menu, and you'll notice that you can sort books by title, author, company, category, date, and format. The other thing I wanted to show you is that it always will show you the current book that you're reading here at the top, and someone had inquired about PDF files and zooming. The only way that I know that you can zoom in is if you're looking at a page like this and you can't read it, you can take the little loop icon here and change your setting from normal to extra large or whatever you'd prefer, and then set that, and then the size of the text will enlarge quite a lot. I have set this to auto-rotate so that you can see how that works. So if I turn this sideways, let's see if we can get the PDF to auto-rotate. There we go. So the PDF auto-rotates, but as you can see, because it's a PDF, you're not going to have, it cuts the text off at weird spots. It's not right. For instance, Jahrhundert, the T ends up on the next line, and that's just not very good. So let's turn it back. Also, it's kind of slow to load the changes and the rendering, but it's okay. So let's go back. Oops, sorry. Let's go back to the loop and change our setting for this PDF to normal. Something I also thought might be interesting to try. The color changes don't work on PDFs, so you'll have to open an EPUB book like this for the text and I think the background. So let's just try this here. This one, again, they still take a while to load, so that's kind of an issue. But so we go in to the book a couple pages. Okay. I just want to get to a page that has some decent text. At least once you're into the book, you know, the speed is pretty good. So, okay. So here we are in the middle of some text. This isn't the actual story, but let us also check the setting here because the font is at large and that is kind of large for what we need. We want normal. Okay, and normal seems awfully tiny, doesn't it? So, and this is an EPUB, so it's interesting. But different EPUB books seem to have different sizes, so let's just see what we've got. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We're going to look into changing some settings here. In this case now you can see there's a display settings option now that we're actually in here, and obviously there are some other features. You can listen to music right here. You can see you can listen to music while you're reading the book. You can add bookmarks. You can review the bookmarks you have, go to a specific page. Auto flip. Maybe that's the pages will switch depending on how you need. I haven't really played with that yet. And then there's rotate and book information. But for right now, we want to look at display settings. So you click on there. An interesting thing might be to change your background color to black. I saw someone doing this the other day, and on a plane actually. And then white for the font color. And then you can preview. So if you like, reading it this way instead, or even maybe making your font color yellow. You know, there are obviously lots of options, but it could look a little bit strange. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my default because I don't really want to be reading it that way, but at least you know it's an option. I like my background to be white and my font color to be black. Okay, and the brightness setting, it's still kind of odd that it always says 0%. Anyway, that's strange. So you say preview. I like that. Let's say OK. Now we can return to go back to the main page. And I thought that I would show you some of the other options here. Let's see, down here, we looked at the sort by, I believe, but if you can obviously pick a page in a particular book and look at bookmarks. This is an issue right here. Get more ebooks. I don't even know how you can use this because pretty much everything you're going to download is through Adobe Digital Editions or through Windows Explorer, you know, directly dropping files onto the ebook reader. Now you can click music, and a piece of music might be playing. You can pause it. You can always scroll back, go backward, forward. You even have options to shuffle and replay, repeat, I believe. And then if you want to connect or to hear it, you actually have to plug your headphones in right there. So let's return. And as I've mentioned before, you can see there's internal items. Everything I have here is internal, but you can also view what you have on if you have installed an SD card. If you go down here to File Explorer, here you can see you have a choice of internal memory, so you can look at pictures or music. They have a sample that we were just looking at a few minutes ago of the music. They have some sample pictures. I'll show you their sample pictures. So here you can see a sample, that and a little duck. If you turn that sideways with AutoRotate, you can see the full size of the duck. You can go back. There's another nice picture and the full size. That's the AutoRotate feature. So those are all the sample photos they provide. You can also look at, there are a couple options when you are in here. You can do a slideshow of the ones right there. You can actually look at information on the particular file that you're looking at the moment. And another nice thing is if you're looking for a particular file, you can also rotate manually rotate a picture if you don't have it on auto-rotate. So thumbnail, and here you can see all the photos you have on here. You can say I want to see this one right here, and it will take you to that particular photo. So that's a really handy feature to have. And then obviously you can see, let's go back over here to, okay, you can see that it shows you how much memory is being used for your pictures, music, ebooks, digital editions. Then you can also go over to your SD card. That's the one you have installed. If you, oh, maybe I have to go back one more level, sorry. Okay, so now I went back one level. Now you can look at what you actually have installed on your little card that you might have put in, and I have some music. I have some digital editions from another computer. I downloaded a book, and I have an aerial PDF file here. I have some pictures. So again, here's my giant sloth. Here's Beartooth Mountains. And okay. And then I think there's one more. Some roses. Okay, so you know how that works. So I think we have covered a lot of the features that I couldn't cover last time. And obviously one of the drawbacks is that you cannot read books from Amazon on the e-reader. But that's because they have a proprietary format that you can't use. So that, you know, basically it's similar with a lot of other ones. But also, I may not have mentioned here, this is the play and pause for listening to music while you're reading your book. Let's see if there's anything else that might be... you can look at photos this way too, but yeah, here you can see, it's interesting how you go to photos and where did it take me? It takes me to somewhere where I can actually see my music, my pictures, my ebooks, and I can see the internal and the SD card items. So that's kind of another way, I guess, to be able to look at what you've got. So I think I've probably answered most of your questions, but if you have any other questions about the e-reader, you can feel free to ask me, and I'll do my best to respond. Thank you very much.